Hey there, everyone. Parks Owsley here with Score.gg, joined by Huhi, the mid laner for 100 Thieves. It's been kind of a rough start for you guys. I, for one, did not predict this. I knew the Team Liquid game would be tough, but I kind of had you guys super strong in the season. Luckily, it's just a start, so we get to see a lot more of you.
Yeah.
But you want to kind of talk a little bit about, maybe some things that you feel like might be going, not your way right now, and some things that you're looking forward to, kind of fix up and get right back in there and kind of like playoff level?
Um, yeah, definitely. Like we also didn't expect like this kind of rough like 0-3 start. Even though we do have like a hard weekend like schedule, I guess, because we play like the strong team compared to like other teams too. We still didn't expect 0-3, so like there's no excuse towards it because we were pretty confident coming in the split, like starting the split. So yeah, just every week, the best thing we can do is just trying to find like every mistake we made and then like every single problem that we've made and try to be really vocal about it and like fix it instead of like just having it to yourself or anything else. Because yeah, like it is a new team, like people might not be used to each other that comfortably. So I think it is pretty natural like that people like sometimes just keep by themselves instead of like trying to like confront someone else because that sounds like a blame, but like we should have the mindset of like when people do that, like people should feel comfortable doing that, and we're doing that so that we can improve, and that's our goal, right? So I think we're still trying to get there, and there is obviously a lot of things to fix. So we're doing our best, and we're still really confident that like it's still really early in the split. So we're glad that this is happening right now, and we just have to like maintain like we should feel urgent as well in the other end. So we're gonna make sure like we can fix those.
It definitely sounds like the right mindset, and of course, yeah, it's only a third game. We did get to see Cloud9 start way worse than this, and got second place.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's better to be here now than playoffs and just lose out because there were things you didn't fix. Do you feel like there's kind of some clear understanding of specific stuff that needs to be fixed and needs to be worked on? Because sometimes, we see teams, and they're like, oh, yeah, we have these two problems, and once we fix them, we'll be great. And then other times we see teams that really, they're just struggling. They have no idea what to kind of piece together. Where do you feel like your understanding is on the issues that you guys have?
I think our issues mainly come from like we just kind of assume that since like everyone played this game for a while and like we've done well before, we kind of had the high expectation and we're gonna like instead of starting from bottom, we'll be like, oh, I expect this much from everyone, and we can just start from there and we can just grow from there. But the reality was like everyone did play the different style of the game, and like they have different like opinions about the game. Like even though there's like one moment and if I see one decision, someone else might see other decisions. So sometimes because of that, the call won't work out because we were not committed to either calls, and it looks bad on like when we were trying to execute it. So just those kind of things are like stuff that we have to iron it out. In my opinion, and it's the biggest thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's good to hear that you kind of have, some ideas of what's going on. You're not lost. Obviously, that helps for improving. And I think when most people look at the team, you see kind of like a one large unit that is very versatile. Like you are obviously like your thing as a mid laner was always roaming and getting side lanes ahead and getting jungle pressure with your jungler. And that takes more of like communication and cohesion than if it's just like, oh, I'm Jensen, yeah, sure, I'll fit into Team Liquid because I'm just going to be really really good in lane, and then we'll figure it out. um, so I do think that you guys have like a really good development, hopefully for the rest of the split. And so you mentioned schedule earlier. You started off really hard. You're now actually going to face against Golden Guardians tomorrow, and they are also 0-3. Do you have any thoughts about that matchup? Is that kind of like, maybe a redemption or kind of getting you back on the right track? Is that kind of the hope?
Um, Well, yeah, like I did mention the early weeks we were like we have this tough schedule, but I do think like facing a weaker team than like the Team Liquid, C9 or TSM will be like kind of like if you get a win there or when we get the win there, like we'll like, it will kind of like refresh us and like like be a new beginning from there and like have the carry on the momentum. So I do think like tomorrow's match, achieving the win is really important for us to for that momentum.
Yeah, definitely crucial. Um, Best of luck there. Obviously, this will probably come out afterwards, so they'll all know. But yeah, best of luck. What are the things that you are working on now, as a mid laner? Like, what are you developing yourself? Because, I mentioned the roams. Are you just trying to figure out how to do that more effectively in this team, or are you working on maybe different things?
I'm kind of doing like both. Like I still want to like roam when it's the right time to roam, and like be really vocal about my lane and stuff like that. But also, I do want to be more greedy towards my own lane, and play those like carry style of mid lane. So that's like the stuff that I'm trying to work on for myself.
Awesome. Best of luck. And how do you feel like the kind of team synergy is, at least for you? Because I know, like, when you were doing all the super fun Aurelion Soul roams in the past, obviously you'd been with those guys for a little while. Do you feel like that is something that, actually just takes more time to figure out and takes more time to figure out the specific play style of your teammates rather than just, do I have the opportunity? Is it more about like your teammates creating space, or is it more about you in the mid lane?
I'll also say it's both for
Okay.
that. Yeah, like you just have to have like the right situation to play that champion. But also like your team does have to like help me to make the space of like, oh, this is a great timing to come here, like and giving me those kind of options. Um, so yeah, like I think we're like what we're trying to do is like trying to get there so that like we can play any champion that we want and just know without saying it like what that person wants to do, and we just have to get on that level.
Yeah, for sure. Well, lots of work, of course, but exciting to see when that does kind of pan out for you guys. Um, so, any kind of let's talk about something positive. What's kind of been fun for you joining up with 100 Thieves? Obviously very different atmosphere. Well, I expect different atmosphere than CLG.
Yeah.
So, what's that been like for you? Just kind of joining up with them.
Just kind of joining up with them, like everything was like I guess like really positive and happy environment compared to CLG. And even though we're losing, like people are still positive, I'll say, and that feels pretty good. Like it sucks that we're losing, but like let's not be like super negative and like think that the world is over. We still have to like have our job to do, right? Like our goal is still there. We can still make it. So everyone is still staying positive. Like literally all the staff members are coming up to us like or messaging us like it's okay, you guys got it next time, like stuff that like that just kind of like makes you grateful that you're a part of this kind of organization in the end.
Awesome. That's good to hear. So, before we go, any kind of last thoughts to wrap it up? Anything you're looking forward to for the season, or just anything else?
I'm still looking forward for us to succeed on the stage, and we're not like slacking off and like not caring. We are actually working really hard at every single players, every single coach, and I'm confident that as long as we keep this up, like even though we're 0-3 right now, we'll make it happen.
Awesome. I look forward to seeing you guys make it up to playoffs. You definitely can do it. It's still very early in the season. Thank you so much for the interview, and thank you all for watching. We will catch you next time.